We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio's Fresh Music Fridays. Exactly where you want to be during quarantine time. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Mzhiphop, aka Queen Star. And today we're dropping that new single entitled The Deal. Now, before we get into it, everybody, I want to, bring on the artist that actually is behind the music of this song. So, first of all, D-Flame, I gotta give you a warm welcome. I want to tell you what an amazing interview you did with Deja Vu and the Stew last night on IG Live. I gotta give that up,
All right, for sure. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that shit was lit, but that's because just her podcast is lit, period. So all the artists she bring on is dope as hell to me.
Mm-hmm.
I really learned a lot about the industry, like as far as the questions she asked you, and it was just like some good responses you gave. Like I felt everything you were saying, and I picked up on a lot of things, and I'm just evolving,
Right. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. And then on top of that, like not only did I vibe with you too, it's because you're from Chicago, but you live in LA right now, correct?
Right.
Yeah, so you definitely have that Chicago vibe, like just sitting there speaking with her and everything. So I dig that.
Yeah, I'm from like the Chicagoland area. I'm from a city called East Chicago, Indiana, actually.
Hell yeah.
But a lot of times when I tell people that, they get like confused or whatever. So like I just tell people like, man, I'm from Chicago. Because some people like they just don't get it. If you're from the area, you understand it, but like a lot of people just don't get it. But yeah, that's where I'm from, the Midwest area. So I mean, that is where a lot of my like, influence and like a lot of my vibe or energy come from. Just coming up, just being chill, being cool. We don't do too much. It's kind of different out here in LA, with how many different personalities and different cultures and backgrounds it is. So, yeah, it's dope though. It's definitely dope.
Yeah, I'm
being out here.
I know it is. How long you been out there though?
I've been out here for about like a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's what's up. So tell me, how do you mix the two energies when you created the song, The Deal?
Well, actually, I was back in the Midwest when I made that song.
Really?
Me and my boy, me and my homie Bizo. That's the main artist who on it. And so I mean, just really, how do I say this? I say I was here when I made the track, the beat. So I mean, I just kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of get in my own space. But I mean, how could I say that? Mix both of the energies. I mean, I guess just being here in LA and having like being from Chicago, you just kind of like adapt and find like a middle ground somewhere in between, like a dope space to create. And it's like we don't have all these palm trees and good weather and stuff all year round. So like I definitely think that plays a part of my creativity. So yeah. So I mean, I just kind of just find a decent space in between the two energies and just work something out.
How do the West Coast people like feel your vibe and everything? Like, I mean, how open are they to you?
Yeah, it's funny because it's like one thing about here, you meet so many people and you go, it's such a big place and it's so many people who do what you do, whatever or not. So I feel like a lot of people meet a lot of different people, but what people really look for out here, some people. So I'll say it's two types of people, and I guess that's in the world. But one thing that I really learned out here, there's really two types of people, and there's people who want to work with you, use your gift, and help and build you up, and then there's people that want to use your gift for their benefit, chew you up and spit you out. You know what I mean?
Damn, I
And
heard that.
it's two different people. You know what I'm saying? That's two different vibes that I picked up when I got up out here. But what a lot of people, you know, whether they was those type of people, whether they were just cool, genuine people, one thing they pick up on from me is just really just the genuineness. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to
Exactly.
really do stuff just to use you or really just to get what I can get out of it or whatever. Because a lot of things, funny enough, and I'm just not bragging or nothing, but I can do myself or I can figure it out. You know what I mean? When it comes to designing websites, when it comes to releasing merchandise, when it comes to making a product or making anything, I usually pretty much do my research on just every aspect of it. So I mean, when it really comes down to it, I really get with people. I mean, I like I said, like let me step back for a minute. Okay, I know how to do a lot of things, but that doesn't mean I will be a pro at them. So the way I like to work, I like to, you know, if it's one thing that I do very well, I'll really, you know, cling to that, and then I'll try to get other people who do the other things that I don't do very well. I
Right.
try to find somebody in those fields or those areas who do it better. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
a lot of people out here, they really cling to me and they really, you know, fuck with my vibe because you know, I'm just a genuine cool person. And the people who don't, I mean, you know, I damn near don't be fucking with them anyway because you can just tell right away off the energy, like whether that's somebody you would want to be associated with or not. So, but I think overall, I think I got accepted pretty good. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of people pick up on just the Midwest swag and Midwest energy, and they're like, man, you laid back, you cool, you know,
Yeah, you
and
are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
You
sure.
excuse me, you are definitely a laid back individual. I could tell just by the professionalism of the interview on IG last night. So yeah.
Yeah, for
Um
sure.
I wanna ask you a question before we jump into the song, but like how would you say, or if it is a difference within support among your people from the Midwest versus where you've been at for a year now in LA?
Right. Well, one thing I can say about people out here in LA, like if they see you or if they you know, if y'all get cool, you ever cross paths with somebody, one thing about it, if you like, one thing I can say about how I put it, it's like I say they are more. I would say overall, this is just my opinion. People here are more willing to support and willing to come out to an event, or say if you throw something and nobody knows your name. You know what I mean? If some people walking past, they might fool with you. Some people on your gram that you met one time will probably come through, or anything like that. And it's like I kind of feel like at back home, if they don't really like know you or really like you don't have a big, you know, drive or big hype behind you or something, you know, most people are interested. They'd rather go to the next best thing or even just sit at home or who knows what. But you know, I feel like out here a lot of people are like they just they're more willing to support, you know, if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If not, and even I've seen times, one major thing that I noticed out here is like I've been to like stuff like open mics and stuff like not really
Mm,
well yeah open mics and stuff like that, and you could just tell just like the energy and the support is just different. Like I feel like, you know, at home if you go to an open mic and you can't sing or play or do something that well, like they'll be laughing at you, you know,
yeah.
giggling, you know, passing. I mean, not to say they don't do it out here, but I remember one time I was at an open mic and this girl, she was playing guitar and singing, and I don't know like if she was just to begin on the guitar and forgot what she was supposed to be doing, but she had messed up, you know, pretty badly, you know, just to be honest on the guitar.
Hmm.
But you know, she had a pretty good voice, and even after she was done, there was people clapping and applauding like she had just sung at the Apollo, and I was just like, dang, like this is how people are, you know, outside of, you know, the area I'm from, whatever, whatnot. So yeah, so I think people out here, like I said, are more willing to support and just, you know, the energy is different because, you know, I think everybody really knows what it's like to try to pursue something or do something for the first time, and you know what I mean, because everybody's out here, you know, well in the area, well, most people I'm surrounded with, everybody's trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you find out here. You find out like a lot of different artists in a lot of different areas. So yeah.
Wow. That was yeah, that was a deep answer because I know what you're talking about and everything. I think our people from from Chicago are a little bit more harder on each
Yeah.
other, and it's just like, dude, like you have to start from somewhere. So it's just like,
Right.
what the heck or whatever,
Right. And
I
I
know.
think that's actually no. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying I know a lot of people that left their hometown to pursue their dreams because they're the energy is just different in every region.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, just in Chicago, just not well in the area, especially in the area I'm from. Like, I don't know one, especially in Indiana. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know one entertainment lawyer. I don't know one A&R. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
one A&R. I don't know one music manager. It's just like, I mean, it's bare. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of resources that other places have. So, like, it's just different. It really is. It's different.
It is different.
And even in Chicago, there's not as many A&Rs or managers or whatever. You know what I mean? Not many people working in the industry. It's just a different vibe. And I feel like what the root of it is like a lot of people, they haven't really seen. Well, I would say, I would speak more so from my area in Northwest Indiana. But I would say that a lot of people haven't seen pretty much anybody really get on like that. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like out
Right.
here in LA,
Right.
if you talk to somebody from a couple that went to school out here or anything, they can at least name you one celebrity or one somebody that has made it big or something. It's like where I'm from, especially, like I know in Chicago there's people that make it big, so you guys got a little bit more glimpse of it. But I mean, even that is just kind of bare compared to the talent that's there. But it's just like it's almost like it's just a dream. And that's what I was kind of telling you on like Deja Live last night. Once I got here, I kind of seen people actually doing it and making money off what they want to do. So your perspective is just different when you've been exposed to certain things and how you attack it or whatever, whatnot. So, yeah.
Wow. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I could talk about that all day and everything.
Yeah. No, for sure.
um, so now you produced, which means you made the beat for the deal,
Right.
correct? Um,
Yeah.
Tell me about like how, like I guess like your own creative process of how you spun that, because I know you said you was in Chicago. I mean, you know what I'm saying, your area when you made
Yeah.
that. But like, what were you thinking? Like, as far as let me put this beat together real fast, and then thinking about like what artists you wanted over the beat.
Well, I mean, see me, I'm not like I kind of think about that sometimes when I'm making tracks, but like I made the track while I was out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when I made it, I just like just going through my daily routine, cooking up, making tracks, and then
Mm-hmm.
I went to my boy Adrian crib, Bizo, out in Chicago, or whatever, whatnot, and we I was just scrolling through some beats and shit. I had scrolled past that beat and he was fucking with it and he was like, man, let's record to it. So we recorded, we recorded to everything. I helped him write some of the parts and, he helped, we helped each other because he's an engineer too. He's an engineer, writer and artist, producer too. So we
Mm-hmm.
both kind of, put both of our brains together to really get the full product of what
Good.
the song came out to be.
That's dope. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, so was a deal from like, was it just a single, or was it from like a certain particular album?
I mean, it's coming from my album that's July 14th. And it's called Do More Collection One. But I don't like. I mean, I didn't really pick a specific single for it yet because we still working on, getting songs on it and stuff like that. So I haven't really picked exactly what I want to be the single. But I mean, what's her name? You kind of surprised me with the playing the song thing. I mean, it's cool, but I was just trying to you know, really well, like I said, I don't mind doing it, but when you came on and you was like, yeah, we're gonna play this new single today, I'm like, well, shit, maybe that could be the single. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, like
yeah.
I said, I'm still developing parts to it right now, but I mean, it's actually one of the songs off of my tape that's coming out on my birthday, July 14th. So yeah, be looking out for that. And yeah.
Kansas in the house, July
Yeah,
14th.
right.
Boom. All right, y'all fired too, boy.
Yeah.
So basically, the project that you're going to drop on your birthday, July 14th, is still under construction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
July
it's still under
14th to hit
construction.
real quick.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like, I mean, I have a couple songs right now. Like I'm the type of person, like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be 5 songs, 6 songs, 3 songs. I'm just kind of just making music and cooking up. And then when it comes to a certain point in time, I don't know, probably like a month in advance or even up until the tape is released, I'm just gonna keep working and just keep running it up to what I want it to be. And then we're just gonna drop it and it's gonna be something great.
Well, I would look forward
Yeah.
to it, definitely.
Yeah. See, I'm not the most like structured person, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
to be like, well, I'm gonna do this like this, and it's gonna be like this. So I mean, right now we just cooking up, getting by, and then we'll put it all together, and then we'll have some dope to present to you guys
Yeah,
on
you did
July
make that
14th.
point. I'm sorry to talk over you, but you
No,
did
you
make
got
that
it.
point. You were saying that y'all you just do stuff or whatever and worry about the obstacles later. You feel me? And
Yeah, yeah,
dude, like a lot of people, that's what stopped people from making great shit because
right,
you think like, I don't know how to do that, or what if da 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 da. Like, yo,
right,
bump that and just freaking do it. And when you get there, figure it out.
exactly. Yeah, that's how I am.
And that's why you said you're not like you're not structuring things like you just kind of put shit together and then like get
Right,
there. I get you.
right.
Okay. So what Chicago producers or other artists are like on your watch list right now or your playlist? Like what are you listening to? Who are you looking up to, so to speak, like when you get in the studio and start cooking up beats?
All right. Well, I mean, I when it comes to getting in the studio and cooking up beats, I don't really like start like, okay, I'm gonna cook up a beat that sound like this. I'm gonna cook up a
Mm-hmm.
beat that's gonna be dope for this person. It's just like, no, I'm just gonna make some shit.
Mm.
And whatever it come out to be is what it's come out to be. But cause that's, to me, that's kind of how you develop your own sound and just your own way of doing things. Cause if I come in like, okay, I'm gonna make a beat like Southside. And then it's like, okay, we already got a Southside. If somebody want a Southside beat, they'll go to 808 Mafia. You know what I mean? I want to create something that's just like original and genuine and just straight from me and, creating my own sound pretty much. But other than that, I'm sorry, what was the first half of the question? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But on my playlist right now,
you so
from the
everywhere.
Chicago area, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
on my playlist right now from Chicago, I would say like I've been really listening to Tink album lately. I really fuck with
Cool.
what they've been doing and the work they put in on there. So yeah, I've been really just tuned into that, especially I would say specifically from Chicago. But other than that, I mean, I just been listening around, man. Like I was listening into that new Tory Lanez album that came out, and yeah, he was actually like one of my artists for this year. I mean, I've always been a fan of Tory Lanez, but when he dropped the last Chicks tape, I think it was Chicks Tape 5 or something like that. Like that album really made me a real fan of Tory Lanez, because I started to really pay attention to what he was doing with flipping like the older sons and just making them new. And that was kind of what I wanted to do, as to be my path. And then I heard Chicks tape, and I'm like, shit, this is already done. So let me go ahead and just keep moving and create something else that's gonna be special to me and just straight from deep flame. So yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. So what do you want people to feel, since we're talking about energy and vibes? I'm all about that shit. Well, how do you want people to feel after they hear this song, The Deal?
I want people to just how do I want people to feel? That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want people to just feel like, I don't know about nobody else, but like when I hear certain songs, like they you ever just heard like a really dope song and it's like as soon as you hear it, like from front to back, you hear it start and then it's like, okay, they got your attention and then you just tuned in and you just bobbing your head the whole way through because it's just so like just so it has just such a big impact on its sound, not only on its sound but what it's saying. It has a good storyline and everything. So I mean, I want people to just really feel that feeling of just like, damn, this is something dope. Like this is something new. This is something like that we haven't heard. This is a feeling that we haven't felt. You know what I mean? I'm gonna and that's just not your average thing and not something that that's already been here. I want people to feel really what I felt when I first really made the record and heard it back, and I was just like, damn, like man, this is dope. I can't really put no other word to it. I was really speechless.
Can I tell you a secret? I can tell, for me, just because it's just for me, I don't speak for everybody, but I can tell within like 3 seconds if the song gonna be hot or not. It's just that first initial sound. It's just like, oh yeah, this shit about to be dope. Let me turn it up or whatever.
Right.
So when I heard the deal,
I want. Yeah.
You said what?
No, I was just saying that's the exact feeling that you saying. I was that feeling that I want.
Well, that's how I got there.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, that's how I felt or whatever when I heard the song. But after I always try to check myself to make sure, like, how couldn't you know if you like a song within 3 seconds, like Mzhiphop, like really? And so I'm like, let me keep listening. I'm like, yeah, I will listen to it all the way through. And what the feeling it gave me was like a feeling that I hadn't felt in a while, whatever. And that was just basically some good R&B. I can't explain it. It's almost nostalgical when I think about it, but it's like a nostalgical feeling. Feel me? Like
right.
I was back in that place where I haven't been since the fucking 90s, basically. And I really appreciate the sound or whatever. So it's dope to me.
Can you say it again? It was kind of breaking up.
Oh, I was just saying it gave me a feeling of like the 90s and stuff like that because I feel like music is missing that. I know we have Tink. I know we have her. I know we have all of them, but I'm just saying that feeling, that beat is there and make you think like nostalgical memories, you know?
Right. And that's what I'm glad that it made you feel that way because that's really what I want to portray. Mm-hmm. And it's funny you said that because that's really what I feel as well. You know what I mean? Especially about music nowadays. It's like, okay, like you say, you got your things, you got your hers, but it's still like one missing ingredient. I can't put my finger on it, but
it's the producer.
I don't know if it's that. Yeah. I don't know if it's that or whatever. Because I know I know some of those artists, they definitely still, they use dope producers too. But it's just like, even like an old school beat, like that's why, I mean, I know a lot of people like up against him or whatever or not, but like in terms of his art, R. Kelly, that's like one of my favorite artists and like one of my favorite producers because like, if you listen to his songs, it's like, it don't be a lot going on with the beat. It's almost like they take something, they loop it, and then he just writes a storyline to it, and it's just like, it just comes out dope. You know what I'm saying? If you really get a chance, to just really listen to some of his stuff and just really, analyze it. The beats and what he's doing is simple as hell, but the storyline of what he's saying is just so, it's so crazy and it's so like to the point. It's like, man, it just makes the shit dope. I hate, I'm not saying I'm here in agreement with what he did with the girls or whatever was not.
No, we ain't talking about
that. We all know that was wrong. Whatever.
That was dead wrong.
When it comes down, when it comes down to just pure out the music, then I think he definitely is a star there, and it definitely is talented there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let me ask you a question. It's like kind of off the subject and everything, but since you listen to music and you make music, compose music, like the Beat the Box by Rich Roddy.
Yeah.
Now I heard. I had to listen to the beat without the words or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga looped it or whatever. The whole entire beat is looped. And I'm like, dang, like on that little it should have been like, for me, honestly, just my ears going banging and crazy. It should have just been like at the bridge or just at the hook. not throughout the whole dang on song. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't even like freestyle off this if I wanted to because I keep, I can't do it.
Right.
Like no diss or whatever. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, with that, I just think like he did something that was unique for him. You know what I mean? And one thing that that I heard, you know, that I think makes that sound a great song, you know, even though it does have that weird part in it, I think that's what really makes it great. Because it's like one thing that I learned from somebody, from a guy named Percy Beatty. I don't know if you heard of him. He was like a R&B and gospel songwriter.
Wow.
But he was just saying like, you want to make your song, you know, simple enough that a 2-year-old could sing it or a 3-year-old could sing your melodies or whatever on that. And I feel like by him doing that, it opened up a window for like TikTok and like all type of shit like that. I think he, you know what I'm saying? I think he had it kind of planned out with that and not just to be something that's just random and just annoying, you know. I think it's kind of meant to be kind of annoying and catchy. You know what I mean? I mean, really, I mean, I think it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. We definitely got two different views on it, but I definitely feel everything, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'll stop keeping the people waiting, but do us the honors, man, D-Flame, and introduce your song.
So yeah, this is the deal by produced by me and Bizo. I hope y'all like it. Bizo is the main artist on the track, and it's featuring a little part from Leisure, which is a songwriter from Northwest Indiana area. And yeah, I'm just gonna play it, and I hope you guys like it.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal with you and I? Yeah, be for real with you and I. Yeah, be for real. Yeah. I wanna be what you doing tonight. I wanna be what you want. I like the way that you stroll tonight. We sipping on the Patrol. Your love take me out of galaxy. I'm not trying to make a fantasy. I'm fucked up off the Hennessy. I'm fucked up you. I wanna be what you want. I wanna be what you want. I wanna be what you want. Sipping on the Patrol. Your love take me out of galaxy. I'm not trying to make a fantasy. I'm fucked up off the Hennessy. I'm fucked up you. I wanna shift forever. I put my foot on the pedal. When you had to switch up the schedule, I feel like I'm running your middle. These shorties want ain't got a letter. Hey, I'm flexing on them. You stupid bad. Looking at them like, what's up? Yeah, do the bad. First class. I wanna fly you out and run the line. Know you got it. You know I got it. I do it for you. I do anything. I'm glad I got you. I'm glad I got you.